Hey folks, Vinya here. Welcome to the FanPro in Super Smash Land Vinya Corner. It's been about a month since I've released my last bunch of entirely personal content for Rivals of Aether Workshop, so I'd like to take the time now to give some developer commentary on what went into all 4 of these items, as well as point out some Easter eggs that I didn't mention in my original presentation. Before we get started, I'd like to share that, as I've gotten some feedback, some of the content today has been updated. Stephanie now has a new sound effect that will play when an opponent causes her to gain a stun status. This stun effect itself also now works properly with alternate palettes. Finally, her up tilt has more end lag, since it seems to have previously been a slightly too powerful move. Jen and June haven't changed much, but if you're an attack stick user, you might be happy to hear that their second hit of forward tilt can be activated with flicking the stick as well. And finally, the stage Future in Sight now has custom colors compatibility, as well as a brand new authentic Game Boy music arrangement. It's a bit more upbeat than the usual song, so if you'd like to guarantee it appearing in your match, please use Huponia's song selector, which I've also now just added to the stage. The regular Future in Sight also has been updated to include this song. Speaking of songs, the last 4 music tracks I've made for Rivals, of which haven't yet been released for proper download or listening pleasure, will be arriving very soon on my music channel, Vinya Radio. Basically, as soon as I get character art done for them, they'll be up one after the other very shortly. Now, how about we talk about some Easter eggs and behind-the-scenes info about this content that I haven't talked about in the main presentation. There are many things I left out for you to discover on your own, but perhaps now would be a good time to showcase some of these details. To start off, Stephanie is actually the only fighter of the 3 to use wholly Game Boy accurate custom sound effects. Her forward air whistle, and now the sound effect for gaining a stomp as well, were custom made by myself. This is slightly different from Zero's in-game voice lines, which, while they were made by me, I had actually put them through FamiTracker, so they're more accurate to the NES's sound chip. Onto Jen and June. This is one detail you may have already seen, but they actually each have 3 taunt poses, which are randomly selected each time they taunt. This means they technically have a total number of 9 taunt animations. The one special animation you may not have seen is their custom sleep sprite, as visible from being hit by Snake's air special. Only one of them actually falls asleep. They get this special animation because it was the only funny sleep animation idea I had. Finally, Zero is unique in that they have voice lines that play in-game. The first one, "I will return you to nothing," is their taunt. However, sometimes while being KO'd, they may also say, "I may have miscalculated." It's a bit hard to hear with all the ruckus of the KO sound effects, but it's definitely there. Also, I'd like to note a certain move reference. If their back air seems familiar to fighting game enthusiasts, that may be because it's based on one of BlazBlue's new 13's moves. The iteration of it here is specifically inspired by her back air in the Project M-Mod PMEX remix. I think many other aspects of her kit seeped into Zero as I was designing their moveset, though this was the only intentional callback. Of course, I can't leave out the Future in Sight stage as well. While Sabella here is a totally aesthetic element of the stage, not having any bearing on gameplay, much like Tower of Heaven's Eid, you actually are capable of hitting her if you're quick enough. Are you despicable for doing this? Yes! While we're here, on a lighter note, the fighters' respawn platforms are also based on the aesthetics of this stage. Before we wrap up this corner, I'm happy to say that, since this content's initial release, FanPro has actually opened back up submissions. Having been left off at 2,250 standard designs, we're now aiming to get to 2,300, and we're a bit over halfway through our goal. If you're interested in contributing character designs for use in FanPro, you can check out their Tumblr page for more info, and you can even join the FanPro Discord, where you can find most of the rest of the community and easily keep up to date. Both are linked in the description. In fact, if we can fill the final few design slots, there's been talks about the potential to continue FanPro or Comp Project even further. But perhaps that will be a talk for another day. Until next time, I wish that you have fun. Goodbye!